Hello, chat. I hope you all are doing well.
Hello.
Hello.
Here we are.
Hello.
Yeah, if you're wondering, last week we didn't play because we were going to have two folks missing. I figured it'd probably be wise to maybe postpone if that's what everyone wanted to do. That kind of became the general consensus, so we decided to postpone. But here we are. And we'll also be back next weekend for another session. And that'll get us back on our usual schedule. Yeah, chat, I hope you're doing well. I am very excited. And unfortunately, Cove has another campaign going on and some very important things happening, so that's why he's not here. But hopefully he'll be back.
Okay.
He'll be back soon.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, if everyone's good and ready, we can hop on in.
I mean, Ponto ate someone last time, so I think he's just digesting him.
Yeah, he's got to digest all the food. It's
having an
process.
after-snack sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you
food
ever
coma
eat
is hitting.
Yeah, you ever cannibalize and just need to crash and burn afterwards?
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Ponto eats like a snake. Not very often, but very large, and eats breaks in between.
that sounds...
Oh, wait.
I can't imagine eating like a snake. That sounds like it'd be a process.
Oh, like,
Sounds frustrating.
Yeah.
First trick is learning how to unhinge your jaw.
Yeah.
He also, like, his character ate a Persian sword, you just see it travel down him.
Slowly but
Yeah, I
surely.
really
What
don't
happens
wanna think-
What happens if he reverts to his normal form?
And it's
While
bigger
that's
than
going on.
and it's bigger
Then-
than he is.
Yeah.
He's
I can-
just shaped like them.
I
You
can
all
cross
are
off-
asking some.
I was
it's
just
like it's like when a cartoon character eats too much food and just like has this huge stomach.
It's like when
I was
when
gonna say
Jerry
that-
from Tom and Jerry eats a cheese hole and he's cheese shaped. It's like
Yes.
that.
Right.
Can I say my
Yeah,
thing?
go ahead.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I was just gonna say that would let me cross off another bingo score on my kink bingo sheet.
Sir been crossed 4 a few times.
That's true, actually, but not inflation.
I guess
The
that would.
trees ate people.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, question. Is it vor when you eat someone and you get like really big and round, or is that a vor inflation Venn diagram overlap?
Probably the
Sounds like
latter.
an overlap.
Interesting.
It's more for inflation can also include like, you know, like air or like like size growth. I know way
Yeah.
too much about this stuff. I went to a few panels at Anthrocon.
It's okay. I've been on the internet since 16 and I'm now pretty much 40, so yeah, I also know way too much. Dream
Anyway,
big.
thank you for coming to our TED Talk chat.
Thoroughly online.
Yes. But yes, if everyone's good and ready, we'll hop on into our recap.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
I just saw the viewers drop from 8 to 5. I'm really sorry for bringing up the kink bingo.
You've educated
They were
them.
cowards.
Yes, that's
It's-
true. They were cowards. Oh, it's coming back. Okay, good, good. Next up, feet.
All right. You all see by the fire holding his tome is none other than Winston Oaklaw.
I just realized Bone Sap never came back.
Bone Snap's
Yeah.
out there.
Far as we know.
No, gotta find him first.
Welcome back. The last time, the party was led to the tower in the Feathered Fortress courtyard by Bruce. The party devised a plan to get into the ritual room, and using Palm's painting to the yelling dark, they could stop reinforcements from helping while the party dealt with Llewellyn. The party briefly contacted Harkin Crowell, the headmaster at the academy in Arrengate, about removing the magical shackles from Bruce. Crowell mentioned that the party might find what they need with the person who put them on Bruce, as they usually had corresponding sigils, spells, or other magical keys. Crowell agreed to look into the matter, and he'd get back to the party if he found anything. Upon reaching the ritual room, the party met Llewellyn, a Herolite man, who seemed to know about the nature of the party's prismatic souls. The group learned that Llewellyn could see prismatic souls with the glemonite crystal on his forehead. The group also took notice of Rue, the last of Vincent's friends, who was trapped in a cage in the room. After a brief exchange with Llewellyn, the party learned just how unsavory of a person he was, outright admitting to his grim deeds and motivations, and likening himself to Osiris, the drow who stole the blood of an entire continent's inhabitants and trapped them there years ago. After a signal, the party leapt into action against Llewellyn, and Barney threw his weapon at him. The group found that Llewellyn in the room with them was an illusion, and with his word, the other feathers and a specter of the Black Phoenix attacked the party. The group managed to come out on top in the end, and during the fight, Barney was able to push the Phoenix into the painting, plunging it into the yawning dark. After the battle went on, the final feathers surrendered and agreed to assist the party in exchange for escaping with their lives. With luck, they would guide them to the scepter, free the prisoners, and rid their friends of their cuffs during the interrogation to follow. And that's where we pick up. I can't wait to see what they get up to this time. And that
is indeed where we pick up. So, you all are still in the ritual room. You've got your 3 good friends with you. You've got Vincent, Rue, and Bruce with you, as well as these feathers that you've captured as essentially prisoners. That being said, what do you all do?
And we told them to take us to Yorick's artifact.
Yeah,
To the scepter, yeah.
I believe so.
do you mention the scepter to them?
I believe both Barney and Vincent mentioned asked them to take the party to the scepter.
Yeah, it's been discussed.
Yeah, so you've got these 3 feathers with you. They look to be pretty on edge. And they begin to lead you out of the ritual room from the other door opposite the one you came in. And as you all are being led, make me some perception checks.
Okay. I think also just as a thing to mention, Barney is still like in his beast form.
Good to know.
Oh boy, it's time to roll below 10 all the time.
Oh no!
You gotta wash your dice.
Cleanse them of evil.
A conception, yeah, that's a 7.
Oh no! I rolled a 3, making it a total of 7 as well.
18.
That's a 7 for me too.
Oh my god, 7.
Well,
So we're winning at slots over here.
What was the roll again?
I
That was a
don't
perception
everyone.
check.
Perception, okay. 18.
18.
Same.
2 18s.
Sadly, I'm
A
going to
bunch
break
of
the-
matching 7s.
Sadly,
got-
I'm going to break the 7s with a natural 20.
Look, cat.
I
So
was
27.
gonna make a joke.
Go
Sorry.
ahead, Doff.
I was gonna make a joke about having dirty 2020 vision, but it's 18, so it wouldn't have worked. So the spirit is there.
I was just gonna say cat supremacy.
So true.
Yeah, with the sevens, I imagine those are you all that are more focused on the prisoners and what they're doing. The rest of you, you kind of notice as you're making your way, kind of following these prisoners. As you've been walking, there has not been any other prisoners, or rather, no other feathers that are about. At least from what you've seen so far on this wing as you've been walking. And something else you've noticed is the ceiling seems particularly off. As you kind of look up and make notice of it, what at first just seems like a trick of the eye, you realize it's not a trick of the eye, but rather a trick of the eyes, because there are eyes on the ceiling.
Again?
And there are a lot of them in this kind of deep purple mass. They just seem to be
It's not the
watching.
Snatcher.
Yeah, I was gonna say it reminds me of a certain other incident a while back.
Back in session 2.
Carrie throw a stone up at
Yeah.
them.
And like when we met
get some sand.
the other guy down in the Viridian Fold.
Yeah.
You say you want to throw a stone up at them?
Or if anyone, I don't know, perhaps Gunther has a laser pointer functionality somewhere.
Well, Two Candles has
laser.
an actual
All the
laser.
problem is,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Wait, so what is Kindle's doing?
I have an actual laser, which is basically the same thing.
That is
Gonna-
true. You
gonna
do
be
have
fine,
an
right?
actual laser.
So if you use it, are all three of us gonna pounce on it at once? At the end of it? 'Cause
Yeah, that's a good question. Does holding the laser make me immune to it?
No, it sure doesn't.
it would be excellent enrichment for all the feline members of the party. Could we insight the eyes to see if they're menacing or
I
they
would say it
seem
doesn't even
neutral?
require an insight check to know. They look, they look scary. They look very creepy, and they look like they're sizing you up almost.
Ew. Okay, well, let's go on the offensive then, is my vote.
Do you have a mouth too? Whoever you are?
The eyes all focus in on you, Candles. And you can see they turn kind of a tealish color. But there doesn't seem to be a response given.
Does anyone have pocket sand?
I was literally about to say,
If you don't want to tell us what you're doing here, I can always throw sand in your eyes.
There's silence, and then you hear a familiar voice.
Well, that would be quite rude of you, wouldn't it?
You are the one
Tat.
staring. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, do all of us hear it speak?
Yes, you do. You recognize Llewellyn's voice.
Are they only on the ceiling, or are they within arm's reach of us down the walls as well?
They are only on the ceiling, from what you can tell.
Palm takes out her crossbow.
So your demonstration of the Phoenix was lacking.
Suppose you will have to wait and see it in its full glory before you can truly understand what it's like.
Can I shoot one of the eyes?
Sure, go for it. Make an attack roll.
I'm sorry in advance if this gets all of us killed.
I mean, I'll get a bingo, so we're good.
True, I would too, actually. Where do I see the modifier on this? It's a hand crossbow.
That'd be your proficiency bonus plus your dex.
Let's see. I do have proficiency, and my dex is... Hello? +2. So that's 15 plus 3. 18. Another 18.
Nice.
So yeah, you fire your hand crossbow, and it sticks into one of the eyes, and you can see it kind of drips this kind of goopy teal liquid, very similar to the color of the eye itself. It kind of drops down to the ceiling.
Gross.
Your insolence will cost you.
And you see that
I have
bolt
more.
is absorbed into the eye.
Uh-oh. Gross.
That will be very useful to me, thank you.
Did the eye get damaged at all, or was it just did it just suck it in and then reform?
The eye, once it sucked it in, seemed to disappear.
Interesting.
Okay. Can I use the pocket sand?
Sure, you just gonna throw some up in the air?
Yeah. So yeah, it needs to make a Constitution save. Looks like that is DC 14.
Okay, that is Llewellyn's con. That's a dirty 20.
Damn.
Seeing this, maybe Palm will take some of her ink, and try and blind the eyes using some ink by throwing. Okay, maybe we'll all just end up covered in ink, but it's worth a try, I guess.
As this is happening, the couple of feathers that are with you, that are your prisoners, kind of turn back to look at you. One of them speaks up. Don't you make him angry.
He's already angry.
We're being such little shits, actually. You're just throwing sand and ink and shit into these eyes.
He's already angry. Now we're just pissing him off for fun.
Gunther will probably say, I think it's best that we focus on the task at hand and get the scepter instead of dealing with him. We can deal with him later.
Fair enough. Sorry about the ink on your shirts.
I imagine you toss this ink up, and it just kind of rains down. You definitely get some of the eyes, but everyone's a little inky. Everyone's
definitely
got I guess splatter painted shirts.
I have definitely done similar things in the past. In real life, I mean.
What is a few extra spots, right?
Yeah, it suits us. Let's go.
This comes out right.
Yeah, it comes out.
I got all the materials overseas. It's gonna be hard.
She's like, yeah, it comes out, while she's Googling on the orb. remove ink stain quick. Reddit.
The feathers you have with you continue to lead you, and they lead you into a much larger room on this wing. You can see there's a locked door, and one of them presses a hand into the center of it, and that door almost seems to crumble. It's like watching a rock wall break apart, and that door kind of crumbles, revealing a room inside where there is very similar to a lot of the entry rooms you came into, very circular in nature, are a bunch of different cells where you can see there would be prisoners being kept in here. And you do see quite a few people in here. Most of them, from what you can tell at a glance, look to be fine.
And more than a glance?
Are you going up to any of those cells in particular and looking in?
Are we looking for another person, or have we found the other party member was in the...
We found everyone, but no, we're just like letting people go from this place.
Yeah, let's look at a couple of the cells.
The big jailbreak.
Yeah, so going up to one of the cells nearby, someone roll me a d10.
Okay. I rolled a 1.
Okay, so yeah, you go up to one of the cells in here, and you can see inside appears to be a goblin. He is probably a lot shorter than Bruce is. You notice immediately something off about him. You can see that he looks very pale, and you can see kind of like veins arcing out from his chest and across his body that you can see that's not covered by clothing, is this kind of deep purple color.
Oh, I think this one's gone bad.
I think that one's had his soul taken.
So, is he still alive?
Seems like he's alive for now, but I don't know for how long.
Would it be a mercy to end his life now?
I bet we can ask them.
And as you're kind of closer to the cell now, looking in, he doesn't seem dead, but he's definitely in a state of some kind of daze. Like, he hasn't registered that people are outside his cell talking and looking in and stuff.
What sort of lock is on the cell door?
From what you can tell, they seem to be arcane locks. You would know just about what the arcane lock spell looks like. It looks very similar to what you're seeing here. And the feathers that are with you will kind of turn to you. If you are really not going to kill us, we can open these cells if you want to take anyone else.
Yeah, so just don't try anything. Just don't try anything.
Why would we at this point? We know
that
we're
would be wise.
outmatched. And one of them will step
we'll-
up and cast knock on the lock, and you see it fall away to the ground and fade into this kind of blue mist. And the cell's open.
And Bonnie's just gonna turn to one of them and just like, what can be done for him?
Perhaps if you could acquire him a new soul, that might be a way to save him. That, or made into a thrall, as a necromancer would, I guess. But not much else. Once the weave starts to eat away at his body, he'll die.
How long does he have?
A couple of days at most.
All right.
We'll take him with us. We might know some people.
Are they capable of walking in this kind of state, or would we have to carry them?
So you are you like walking up to them, trying to see what their motor functions might be like, kind of? So yeah, you go up to this goblin, and kind of seeing if he responds to anything. Doesn't necessarily seem like he's responding, but you try and like get him to walk. He does seem to kind of just waddle mindlessly in whatever direction you push him.
Could we tie the soulless ones up with a kind of rope that tethers them together so they at least walk in the same direction? Perhaps we could guide them out of here that way? Would that be helpful?
Yeah, I'd say that it'd definitely be possible. As far as
Otherwise, we're going to be herding
rope goes, you've seen plenty of lengths of rope here. Like, especially in the ritual room, there were a couple of crates you would have seen that had some rope and chains and all sorts of restraints.
Sounds very exciting. I mean, sure, yes. Let's get some rope.
So, when you say get another soul, do you mean?
It's something that Llewellyn was studying. People are able to live on without their own soul. They just need, well, a soul that isn't claimed. There are plenty of lost souls, souls that have been taken, or souls that have been unable to pass on to the plane of limbo.
Ghosts?
In a sense, I suppose.
Well,
Would that
the way
involve?
I see it, it's probably better to get them out of here so that at least could die free if they do. And if not, we could maybe do something about it.
I'm aiming for the latter. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should take them out.
Let's just do one loop of rope around everyone's waist. Just to keep them together. Otherwise, I think we're going to be herding people around like cats.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, getting the rope around them, and I imagine it's very similar to walking a bunch of dogs. You just have all these lengths of rope coming from them, and
The chillest dogs ever.
yeah, they don't seem to mind or object at all.
I will ask the feathers, did these folks come from nearby city or town, or did you just pick them from different areas?
From different areas.
Okay.
How
And I'd
did you
probably
get
like
them
to...
here?
What did you say, Robin?
How did you get them here?
Well, those ritual circles, I'm sure you've seen. Llewellyn would make them and bring things through or send them through to the other side. He's gotten quite good at it.
So these are just random people. Like, there's no reason they were picked here. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. From what I understand, Llewellyn wanted to gather up as many different people as he could. You know, some of them are bound to be prismatic souls.
That's detestable.
They come from all over Rulia and Resvoldis.
And so, what will you?
Oh, sorry.
You
go
go.
ahead.
There you go. You on first.
Oh, I was just wondering how many prisoners are in here that we can free.
So, kind of doing a cursory glance around and seeing just how many cells are that are occupied, and if there's anyone in them, or if anyone in them is still alive. I'd say there's roughly about 17 people.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. I was also gonna say, like, the other problem is, I mean, we can probably try to find like a nearby place to let them free, like a nearby like town, but that also feels like really wrong on the town. Or we can take them back to the nameless city, which that might take a few days and also be kind of a hassle.
I'm pretty sure we could make that work.
What if there was some kind of temple or monastery or some kind of charitable institution that takes care of the destitute? Maybe that could be an option, at least to start finding their families, loved ones.
We could take him to the college.
That's true. There might also be some people who know more about putting or finding lost souls to put into bodies there.
They have.
You mean Aaron Gate?
They have. They also have like someone there who is an investigator, so they may be able to find out if there's any like if someone's looking for like missing persons, or at least figure out where everyone should be. And honestly, if it's a college of magic, I can't think of any other place that would probably be better to figure out how to deal with their souls being missing.
And they should have accommodation there.
And plenty of food with those runes.
That's a good idea. I guess if we have a have a way to like transport them pretty easily, we could either ask for Hestline or we can see something else.
Well,
Yeah, something like a gate spell?
We have don't we have a means of transporting them to those ruins that we met the druid?
Are you talking about the trees?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we have we have the leaf that lets us transport like through trees. And there's plenty of trees going back down the mountain.
That is a great point.
I think that's a good idea then.
I'm not sure what we can do to like get them from the temple to the college. Like, do we have to mark something or be there? I'm not 100% sure how that artifact works.
We could call someone and ask.
Vincent will actually speak up.
If you aren't wanting to transport all these people, I know of somewhere they could go that's closer. There's a temple not too far from Erlich. The Shrine of Winter.
Would they be able to help them find new souls?
Perhaps. I'm not sure if they know much about that, but it could be possible.
I mean, we could call some people. I think the priority is to find the scepter and get out of here and take these people with us for now.
The Shrine of Winter would at least be somewhere safe for them for now.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we can keep them there while we find out a way to transport them.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Barney,
one last.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, you go.
One last thing. one last thing I'll ask the feathers, or at least until I think of something else. Do you all know if Llewellyn was? You mentioned that he was experimenting and everything. Was he ever thinking about, I guess, trying to put new souls into these people or anything like that? Or had any techniques that he was trying?
It's complicated. He has moved souls between people. I don't think he did it in their best interest, though. He did it to see what would happen, more so.
He
Does seem likely.
He doesn't seem like the sort that would do anything with regards to others' best interests in mind. Well,
anyways, sorry. Actually, you go on first, Barney. I've been talking too long. Sorry.
No, you're good. Barney will also turn to them and ask. So he points at the cuffs that are on Bruce and on Rue, and say do you have a means of getting these off?
The key would be in the smaller vault on this wing. I can take you there. That's where the scepter is too.
Good. And something else. What will happen now with the two of you once we let you go? Where will you go?
Well, assuming we are able to escape without Llewellyn knowing where we're going, hopefully we can go somewhere and try and start over.
Start over doing what?
Living as honest folk, I guess.
Can we insight that?
Sure, go for it.
I'm actually gonna do that too, but I also have something else to say to them.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 6. So Candles is super up to speed on that.
I also rolled my. Hey?
Yeah, you go. Sorry.
No. What did you roll?
I got 19.
Ooh.
Let's go with that.
I got a nat 20.
Or we can go with either one of those.
Yeah. I mean,
Despite
my insight is a +1.
Despite everything you've been through and everything you've experienced, they sound very genuine.
If y'all mind me saying to them, you all, if you really want to turn over a new leaf, why don't you just help these folks out? If there is this temple here, then it'll be best for you to go work at that temple, helping to basically provide hospice care to these folk.
They kind of look at each other, and then back to you. I suppose it would be the least we could do, given what we've fallen in with.
Yeah, I for one, would always stand by second chances, so I believe you'll do the right thing.
Yeah.
Let's try and get out of here quickly before Llewellyn does something else.
Yeah.
Once you have gathered up all of the people that were in prison here, they'll begin to lead you to that vault they were talking about. And it's not too far from where the prison is. They lead you around for a couple of minutes. and you reach the furthest edge of this wing of the fortress, and you can see there is a small door. It's unusual compared to the other doors around here. The door, you're actually able to, it looks as though it's almost see-through. You can't quite see into it because there seems to be some kind of mist or fog behind it, but the door itself seems almost as though your hand would go right through it if you went to touch it.
Okay. Can I roll Arcana to sort of figure out what this is?
Sure.
All right. 14 plus 6, that's a dirty 20.
So looking at this door, you feel almost repelled by just the amount of evocation energy coming from this door. This is a very intense concentration of evocation magic. Whatever the trigger might be for this door, setting it off would probably completely fry anything that tried to enter it.
Okay. You will relay that to the others.
It's how Llewellyn kept people out of the vault. We
Charles is good.
were shown what happened if people tried to go in there. He made an example of someone once.
Charles is gonna walk up towards the vault. He's gonna crouch down on the ground, touch the floor, and use Echoes of History.
Okay.
Just do a little prank and trip Talos.
That thing wasn't a little prank, I'll go ahead and tell you. Yeah, go ahead and make your history check.
My history actually should have gone up. I'm gonna lucky that too. Okay. That is a 16.
So you get down and you investigate what might have happened with this door. You can see that you're shown a vision of the door itself being shaped. You can see Llewellyn standing there, focusing inward and performing some kind of ritual. You can see he physically is shaping the door out of magic. And as it becomes whole, he tests it. You can see he has a small animal in his hand. You can see it looks like maybe a gecko that he's holding. And he sets it down so it would skitter through the door. And the moment it makes contact with the door, it's a pile of ash. And he nods, and you can see another vision as it cuts forward. You can see a bunch of the feathers all assembled in front of the door. Llewellyn making a point about no one entering this room. And one of the feathers, he calls forward. They have their arms bound behind them. They look to be terrified. Their robes are a bit torn up, and you see Llewellyn guide them forward towards the door. And they know what's coming. They are resisting with everything they have in their body, but they're unable to stop it. And as they make contact with that door, similar to what happened to that poor gecko, they're turned to ash.
When I'm seeing like how he formed the door and everything, am I able to pick out any place where he attempted to like enter and like disarm the enchantment?
You would you would see a separate vision of him entering the vault, and it doesn't seem like he ever disarms the door. He simply walks through it, and it doesn't seem to do anything to him.
Okay. When he was initially like forming the door itself, did I see any like or sigils or kind of like patterns I can discern as a way of disarm of like
kind of where
like a weak point?
Yeah, kind of where the door is attached to the wall on either side, where there would normally be hinges, you see are small magical circles. And you get the sense that that's where a lot of the power is emanating from, that's causing the door to actually expand out the way it is.
Okay. I guess when he comes out of the vision, he'll look to the party and say, well, it looks like when he created the door, he kind of keyed it to himself. He could go in and out without it being triggered, but anyone else or anything else going through effectively would be reduced to ash. It looks like a lot of the magic is concentrated, and he points to where like those like hinges are, would be here. There's circles there, so unfortunately not runes, anything I can interact with, but if we have some means of dispelling the magic on these points, that might disarm it, or at least that's my thought.
Right.
From what I'm aware, obviously you probably saw that he didn't let any of us ever enter the vault, but I have observed him go in and out before.
No, forced once.
Wait, what did you say?
So, let in, no. Forced one to go through and reduce the ash? Yes, that happened once.
I remember that.
Do we have any means of dispelling magic?
I don't.
No, sorry.
Is there no other way of accessing this?
I can dispel magic. Rue speaks up.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, hopefully that works.
Rue, step up to the door and hold up a hand in front of it. And you see he attempts to cast Dispel Magic. And for a moment, you see the door waver. But it doesn't break the magic holding it there. It seems to only disrupt it for just a split second. I don't know what that is, but that took a lot out of me. Whatever that is strong.
Tell us, when you saw the vision, could you see what the inside looked like when he went through? That's more like a DM question, I guess.
That is a good question. And yes, you could see the inside. You could see that there was a lot of gold. There were chests in there. And on the wall hanging were several what looked to be artifacts.
Could you describe it to me in detail? She will take out a piece of paper.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can. How big is this wall?
The wall, I would say, from end to end. So from where it meets with the other walls, I'd say the wall is about 20 feet across and about 15 feet high.
All right, and how big is the door?
The doorway is about the size. It is about the size of a normal doorway, so fitting your average person through it, about maybe 6 feet, 6 feet tall.
It's like, yeah, I can describe the room. I was also thinking you can paint things and make them real, right?
Yes, though I'm not sure if you're wanting me to paint a doorway. I'm not sure if the mysterious force guiding us will let that happen. It feels like too easy.
Simply paint a disintegration shield.
Maybe one way to find out.
Well, do you try to paint a doorway?
I mean, why not? I've never tried it before, so I might as well try it now.
So yeah,
I'll try and make a
paint.
copy of the one that is already there, so, to fool the wall, you see.
And are you just making it beside it?
A little ways off, just to be safe.
Yeah, so you paint this doorway, and you open the door, and there's wall. There's a door that is hinged, but it's just wall behind it.
What if I drew another door on that wall?
It seems sound, but do you have enough paint for that?
I did waste a little earlier.
Actually, Paul, make me just a general intelligence check. So yeah, make me an intelligence check. I'll give you advantage on this because this is related to painting.
Oh, thank you for the advantage because I was a 3. Okay, intelligence. That's a 4. No, 15. Yeah, 15.
So, you know that with your normal chronicler abilities, sure, you wouldn't necessarily be able to just make a doorway, but you do have some very potent, marvelous pigments that might be able to do that.
Ah, that's true. Shoot. Are they water-based? Because I don't know if that'll work on rock. Excuse me, paint nerdery happening. Does anyone have any aquagrund?
With them being magical, I would imagine that when you paint with them, you can kind of decide if they're oil or water-based.
Magic.
I love this world of fantasy. Okay. I'm assuming the first one then was with the ink. Then she will try her paints on the other side of the door.
Yeah, this time drawing that doorway, upon opening the door, it does lead into the room just fine.
This feels suspiciously easy. Can I insight check the situation to see if was he really that dumb?
Sure.
Maybe he's not that dumb, but you're just that smart.
Or he's just that cocky.
Think.gif. Okay, hang on. What am I checking? Intelligence. Insight. Oh, thank goodness, that's a +6. 13.
You're not entirely sure, but based on what you've experienced so far, it seems like to kind of cover the basis where the weakness would be, he tried to incite fear into anyone that would try to get into the room in a way they just wouldn't try.
So he broke the people. He broke their spirits and made them afraid so that they would put bonds on themselves.
Exactly.
All right, well then, after you.
Wait, who?
Alice walks through.
Got through a follow.
Yeah, and you walk through just fine.
Are there any traps inside? Should we check?
I would say with your insight check and with what you've experienced so far, you would know that there aren't any traps in here. You never expected anybody to get this far.
Amazing. Are there any eyes in this passageway watching us?
They're not. Looking up at the ceiling and looking around, there don't seem to be any eyes watching. Although,
Time?
you do notice there is an artifact that seems to have some eyes on it, although they don't seem to be watching you in the same way. But rather, you see a strange robe that's hanging up, along with a few other things.
Should we split up and investigate all the cool stuff in this room separately?
I think
I'll
so.
get a robe to replace the ink-covered one.
If you suspect something magical, just bring it to me. I can touch it and find out.
Candles just puts on the robe and it's like a robe of kink or something. Some kind of terrible thing that you're not into.
Yeah, what do you all do? You're in this room. They're kind of on the floor, very similar to what you'd expect from a dragon's hoard. The floor is covered in gold pieces. There are several chests, and on the wall there are several things hanging up. One of which you would notice immediately matches the description of the scepter that you were given by Varaxes.
We should grab that first.
Gunther's gonna grab that. Just to, make sure.
Tick it off.
Get our
Tick it off the
insurance.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, easily enough. You grab the scepter. And similar
I'd
to
like
what
to-
Varaxes was describing, it doesn't necessarily feel magical. Not to anyone, but probably Yorick. This feels like
I'd
a
like to
very nice
investigate-
stick.
A very good stick. Can I investigate that eyeball idol thing?
Sure. So, you go over to the robe, and you can see that there are a series of eyes covering it. And they watch you, but not in the same way that Llewellyn was watching you from the ceiling. They watch more inquisitively.
Wait, so is the robe covered in eyes? It's not an
Yeah.
idol. Okay. I think Candles and Palm should look at this together. It feels like a moment they should share.
Yeah.
I rolled a dirty 20 for investigation, if that counts for anything.
Yeah, so as you kind of look at
That landed on the edge.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Investigation is also a dirty 20.
Whoa.
Yeah, looking at this robe, the both of you notice that the eyes are all different, which is very interesting. And they're giving off this very faint magical aura to them. I would say
Have you ever?
you've probably read about this somewhere. This is a robe of eyes.
True.
Candles, have you ever seen anything like this before?
Not seen, but I think I've heard about them.
Do you think this is cotton? Do you think you could hot wash this? Can Palm touch the robe to see if it's cotton?
So yeah, to the touch, the robe seems to be very... I'd say it's probably more silk than cotton.
Interesting.
It's very
At
silky.
least it's not a polymer blend. It feels nice. Candles, feel it.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very,
Feel
very
it.
soft and silky.
We're both standing there patting this robe.
Yeah. Are the eyes also silk? Or are they squishy?
The eyes are squishy.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, Palm, we'll touch one carefully. Try not to poke her finger in the eye, but just sort of investigating the eye.
Probably just close up, right?
Yeah, you touch one of the eyes. It seems pretty normal.
This is very cool, but is it wearable? Is it washable? Is it practical? I ask these questions before I buy clothing, you know. It would look great
Only
on
one
you,
way
though,
to find
Candace.
out.
Yeah, that's true. Is there a tag on the inside?
There's not a tag on the inside, no.
Or like a little H&M.
I was looking for washing instructions. if it's silk and eyeballs, goodness, what would you? I guess just hand wash gently with
You'd better
soft
know
water.
prestidigitation.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Actually, that's a great point.
You got to get like a few gallons of those Theratears.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe you have to remove the eyes or put eye drops on them before washing.
Put the eyes in a little delicates bag.
The very even
well-
more interesting thing is not only are the eyes all different, but they're like from different creatures. So you notice a few like smaller dragon eyes on here, some that look to be from some kind of fey creatures. Some of them are more humanoid. There are a lot of different types of eyes.
Very interesting.
This is just out of curiosity, but could Gunther roll an Arcana check to see if these eyes were like taken, or if this is just like built, like it was created, and like I'm basically just making sure that, just wondering if these eyes were like taken from like other creatures or not.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and I'll take Arcana or Investigation for that.
I love how this is my first good roll for today. It is an 18.
So yeah, looking it over and kind of thinking, where did these eyes come from? These eyes don't seem to, at the very least, they don't belong to things that are still alive. That much you are very sure of.
That's comforting.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We should get Talos over here.
Yeah, you call over Talos.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll toddle over.
Can you identify this? It looks fascinating.
Oh,
Also, does your identification work for telling what kind of washing cycle to put something on?
What is a washing cycle?
I don't know. These strange words just came to me. I'm not sure where from. Never mind. What is it?
You put them on the tub and stir them with the wooden stick, right?
Yeah.
He's just gonna raise an eyebrow and slowly touch the robe.
Yeah, are you identifying it?
Yep, object affinity.
Alrighty. So the robe of eyes, it lets you see in all directions, and you have advantage on perception checks that are on sight. Gives you 120 feet of dark vision. You can see invisible creatures and objects, and up to 120 feet into the ethereal plane. And also, the eyes can't be closed or averted. And you can close your own eyes, but you're never considered to be closing your eyes while you wear the robe.
Sounds overwhelming, but quite cool.
Yeah.
Cool though.
Don't wear this in a sandstorm.
Oh no.
Also, if the robe is targeted by the light or daylight spell, you're blinded for 1 minute. And
Oh, wow.
you have to make a con save at the end of each of your turns to end the blindness.
Oh wait, that's actually so if Gunther uses sunlight scales, would that also blind him too? Because
I would say
Worth it.
no.
okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I would say no. You wouldn't blind yourself with your scales, but if you did use light or daylight, it would.
Oh, okay, cool.
It'd just be very uncomfortable.
We'll have to get them some sunglasses. Or transition glasses. Thank you for appreciating that. As an optometrist, that makes me really happy.
You have to take your cloak annually for eye tests.
My family, the older members of my family were very into transition lenses when I was young, so I got the reference.
I hate transition lenses. I tried them once and I was like, I can't do this.
It's definitely something you have to acquire. Like, if you get the ones that like really aren't like quick to like turn back to like clear, it can be a hassle.
Yeah, that's what mine were like. They didn't work properly.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, I'm not sure this is my kind of item. Candles, if you wanted, I think it would look awesome on you.
It probably would.
It really
Candles
would.
will slay it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I would think either Candles or Robin.
Yeah.
That is
Or Robin.
I was thinking
Candles, you
Robin
can see
might
dark.
use it better for like dark vision. I'm not sure if
Oh yeah.
do you have that, Robin?
No, I don't have dark vision.
Oh. Yeah,
Well,
a
it
good
was
idea
good on you
then.
too. Yeah.
Oh. Thanks, I guess.
Right, you don't have to take it if you don't want it.
Oh no, it's mostly for utility, I guess.
I mean, you
not
don't have
going-
to wear it all the time. You can
Yeah,
just
I
put
was
it on
going
when
to
you
say
need it.
that.
Yeah.
Or if you want, maybe you could. Well, I know it probably won't be the full effect, but maybe you can like repurpose it into something that's maybe a little bit more eye-catching.
Some kind of cute eye-themed quilt.
Yeah.
I'll think about that, but for now it's fine. Thank you.
Cool. What else is in here? What else can we look
Yeah.
at?
It's like leaves halfway through that and just starts exploring around.
So, looking around at the other things in here, something else that catches you all's eye is what appears to be a bracelet of sorts. It seems to have... It looks like it's made of two different kinds of leathers, and where they intersect is a kind of design that looks like two claws clasping together.
Talus pokes it.
You poke it.
Yep. I do the object affinity.
It is magical. This is... I don't know if I ever named this thing, actually. From what you're able to tell with your object affinity, this allows two entities to essentially reside in it together.
Like in the bracelet?
Mm-hmm.
As like a after death kind of thing, or
From what you can tell, it could be used for a couple of different things, whether it be spirits or whether it be something otherworldly. It's able to be used to channel two different entities at once.
We could maybe, like, if we needed to, we could put, like, Crow and North in here.
I'd say with you using your object affinity, you would know one thing is especially that this could be used for. And that would be if Robin wanted Withering services as well as their current patrons. that would be
Oh,
possible.
yeah.
Right.
They-
Right. But is Talos aware of any of that?
You would be aware that I'm sure Talos would at least be aware of the vague nature of some warlocks, how they get their power from something.
Right, but I don't know if did Robin tell us that they had like another person courting them as a patron?
I think so. Because
They told you about Varaxes, but haven't told you about Withering.
Yeah, you don't know
sorry.
about Withering yet.
Mm.
But you would know at least that much. You would know that this could be something that a warlock might be interested in. There's someone else that's channeling a higher power, like a cleric.
Yeah. You'll describe you'll give the group the rundown on this bracelet.
Yeah, that sounds useful. Would any of you mind if I take it as well?
I have no use of it.
yeah, go for it.
Excuse me? Thank you.
Yeah, go for it.
And yeah, with that, I will say this one, it does require attunement. And should you choose to, Robin would be able to gain Withering as essentially a second patron without breaking your pact or anything with your current patron.
Nice.
Robin's in
Also,
a
Robin-
patron relationship.
I was going to say Robin's entering polygamy.
It's
Hell yeah.
it's like that. It's like that thing where like the sitcom thing where someone has to go on 2 dates at the same time.
Oh my god.
And with this and the nature of it, you would essentially have the ability to switch between two subclasses. You'd be able to do it during a short rest. A short or long rest, you'd be able to switch between which one you have active.
Ooh. Nice. That's really nice.
That is
Oh my
amazing.
gosh. Robin
Is
getting
this-
You go first, sorry.
So like effectively you could swap between like let's say Pact of the Fiend or Pact of the Fae and have all the like same level up abilities as one or the other.
Correct.
Very nice.
And as for the details of the subclass you would gain from Withering, I will get that to you probably before next session. I gotta write it up.
Sure.
Ooh.
But other than that, kind of looking around, one thing, just kind of a blanket thing, if anybody was taking any of this gold, you have a bag of holding, actually. You could get all of it in there, honestly.
Just put it on the ground and someone get a broom.
In terms of how much this is, let me roll a couple of dice.
Is this the GM's way of solving any kind of money problems the party might experience in future?
In fairness, I think we've been poor for a while.
I mean, in Palm's case, it's purely self-inflicted. She did binge spend on a bunch of art supplies in one session and bankrupted herself.
We also bought like a bunch of abilities and like items
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
true. Yeah.
I-
Oh, yeah,
I
is
am
there
cu-
Electrum?
I am
Yes, there
curious
is
'cause
Electrum as well.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
I'm curious just because we haven't like noted on the pets in a while. Is Candle's little like plant thing going around trying to vacuum up coins?
That's a good point. The Devourer's probably eating a coin or two every now and then.
Is it making the sound like when you vacuum up a coin? Like
Yeah. Exactly that.
Is it like Since it spat up the skeleton of that little lizard, is it digesting the coins or is it spitting them back up?
At first, you're not sure. At first, you get the sense that it's digesting them, but sure enough, it spits them back. It spits them back up.
Does it spit smaller denominations out? Like change?
No, it's not making change. That'd be funny.
That would be useful, though.
It would be.
If you're ever in a position.
Also, Crow must be having a field day in here.
Yeah, there are a lot of shinies. Crow seems to be very happy. He's added a couple to his collection.
Yeah. Farmers basically just told him, go forth and enjoy yourself.
As to how much gold you all collect 20,900 and... Wait, no. 29,500 gold.
Is that how much
Jesus.
holds the bag of
Holy
holding up, or?
That's how much is in here.
Oh,
How much?
so the bag isn't full yet.
It's not full yet, but it's getting there.
It's sending you emails to ask you to expand your storage capacity.
Please delete the application to free up some storage.
Install Sea Cleaner on your bag of holding.
You can hire another retainer for $2 additional a month.
Sorry for the dog.
Yeah, you've got quite a bit of gold here.
Looking at Barney would just comment on that and say like, well, seems about like that seems about like the right amount to that I owe the university.
Why are they making you pay?
Well,
Did you destroy a well?
well, no, I hurt the son of one of their sponsors, so
I bet he deserved it.
I prefer not to think about that.
Then we won't. How much Electrum is in here? Was in here?
Of the Electrum, I would say there is probably let's see, let me roll for that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Alice is gonna walk over to Barney and just kind of like put a hand on his shoulder.
There's a total of 72 Electrum.
Yours. We can split it 7 ways.
8 ways. Well, I mean, unless you want to count York.
Do we have to?
No, York has his own Electrum. He's fine.
He's also gonna get a God mode staff or scepter.
That's true.
We're gonna.
No, we had to buff him, guys. Come on.
Yeah, we have. He has his own
That
skill
takes-
tree and everything.
That takes exercise.
What else is in here that's cool magic object wise?
Looking around, other than those things, you see in a very large jar are several, what you would know at this point, are probably souls.
Ooh, we'll be taking those.
Do we see Palm taking those souls?
Are there about like 17 of them?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, actually.
She
Oh my
is not
God.
hiding. She's not hiding it. She is taking it for the people that we're rescuing. She's not suddenly gonna get into
Her villain arc.
black magic.
It would actually be more than 17. It would probably be more like 30.
Oh.
Handles in.
Do we,
entering our necromancy era.
Are the feathers still down here?
Yeah, they are.
Did they come with us? I'll ask him. Do you know how to put souls back into bodies?
You see them look at each other, And they look at you. They look nervous.
It's fine if you don't.
No, not really.
That's alright. I know you all said that you're willing to try to right there your raise. Do you mind researching how to do this for these folk?
We can do that. We'll do our best.
We could also call around and ask.
And
Yeah, we probably
Llewellyn
could do that too.
Llewellyn might have had like an office or chambers here. Probably some research on this stuff.
Or I guess it'll kind of come down to how much more we want to kind of poke around, since I guess technically he knows we're still here. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Llewellyn's, well, he doesn't have any kind of office or chamber here. It's actually, and you see him lock up, and you see him start to grasp at his throat.
I thought you were actually hiccuping.
And
I was going to joke that he was choking. I thought it was a hiccup.
You see him drop to his knees as this inky black shadow begins to pour out of the corners of his mouth.
Okay.
Do you mind if I try lay on hands to see if I can cure this off of him?
Go for it.
Sure. I'll lay on hands and try to see if it neutralizes the disease or poison.
I
Spend 5 hit points.
As you go to lay on hands, you, rather than the warmth you're used to releasing out to heal those that you touch, you're met with a very frigid cold. And as this is happening, you hear Llewellyn speak.
You won't be telling anyone anything else.
Do y'all hear that, or is it just me?
No, you all hear that.
Okay, cool.
And this feather is kind of he's on his knees, and at this point this shadowy liquid has wrapped itself around his neck like a tendril, and he's grasping, still seemingly fighting for air, unable to get it.
Is there an opening in between the tendril, like where it's wrapped around his neck?
Yeah, it's not completely tight around, but it is very tight around.
Okay.
Callus will try to.
Can I attempt a tracheotomy?
Two different tactics here.
Get you a party who can do both.
Wait, so what is Candle's trying to do?
A tracheotomy.
Oh.
Like in that movie.
And what did Talus want to do?
He just wanted to see if he could like get his like knife or something between the shadow and the throat. Like, oh my gosh.
I mean, it sounds like you can try that, and if it goes wrong, then we've already got step 1 of the tracheotomy down.
Getting a knife.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut the shadow. That sounded smarter in my head than out my mouth.
No, you're good. You're good. Like, to be fair, Gunther was literally going like try to pry the shadow off his throat, but like I think your plan sounds better.
Yeah.
For a lot of air, you know.
Yeah.
It's better than using a ballpoint pen casing.
It's so that he can continue to enjoy his favorite drink after this has happened.
So, okay, Candles.
Oh God, sorry, this is a mental image.
Make me a medicine check.
Oh boy. All right. Now time to get that nat 1 out of the way. Oh shit. Okay. That is going to be a 23.
Nice.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
So how
So
are you going about this exactly?
Definitely going to start by pulling out a dagger. It's gonna make a nice little cut. Let me double check the.
Are you on WikiHow?
Yes.
See, I ask mostly because I don't know how this procedure goes.
Yeah, I'm seeing exactly how deep the cut goes, because I'm pretty sure it's not. Oh shit. Okay, so apparently they did. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, they've been doing these since like 3600 BC.
Oh,
Wow.
Imagine being the first person to have that done.
that would be an experience for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Margin for error, very high.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like that is typically a vertical slice, but given the positioning of the tendril, I think we're gonna go horizontal.
Okay, yeah, you're able to do so.
Okay. Okay.
Either this is going to let air in, or it's going to be like you've tapped a barrel of muck.
The hey,
Okay. Yeah, it's just need to slide some tubings into into the airway, and yeah, just have to kind of do a tiny little slice through the windpipe. Yeah, and we have some rubber tubing. Hopefully that is in the medicine kit.
I'd say you definitely have some on you.
Hell yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to very carefully kind of try to squeeze that inside, and probably for the best to leave a bit hanging out so that it doesn't just get immediately messed up by the tendril.
And yeah, as you do this, he seems to be getting more air, but the tendril and that same kind of shadowy mass seems to still be pouring out of this fella. But you can see he reaches up towards his neck, and you see his hands begin to kind of glow this deep purple, very similar to it, and he grabs hold of the tendril and is able to kind of pull it away. And he's kind of holding it there, unable to get it to break. Someone help.
Right.
Could we freeze it and shatter it?
Alice is just gonna try and cut it.
Do you cut it?
I will attempt to.
Yeah, easily enough you're able to cut it while he's holding it out. And it disperses into this kind of fog that rises up before disappearing. Thank you.
Could we heal his throat?
Yeah, just try not to speak for a bit.
And he'll nod, and he'll just take a seat, and kind of holding his neck. One of the other feathers will come over. That's why we were scared about you egging him on.
I see now. I apologize.
Can he do that to anyone, or just you guys?
Just us, I think.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We'll find a way. We'll find a way to break you of this, the curse or whatever it has, this control it has over you.
It's not a curse. They're puppets, all of them.
I think the only curse here is you.
If I'm a curse, then what does that make them? My children.
Pretty sure that makes them cursed by you, a curse.
Yeah, I don't think that works that way.
Yeah.
I made them. I'm the reason they have souls.
Can I do an insight check to see if they show any sense of, like, non-humanity, I guess? That backs up his claim?
Sure.
Do they look like humans or?
So now that you've been a bit closer to them and gotten a look at them, they, from what you've seen, look like normal folk. One of them looks to be more of a drow, one looks to be a human, another looks to be a dragonborn. But yeah, go ahead and make your check.
Yeah, that's it.
Which one did I slice open?
23.
23?
Yeah.
And the one you cut free was the drow.
Okay.
Looking at them, they look more like they're imitating life. Okay, Jed, I think we're back. Sorry about the delay. Xfinity hates me, apparently. But we're back.
Are we
Hello.
back?
Yeah, we are back.
Hello.
I can see us.
Back, baby.
See,
I propose that we,
go ahead.
X off Xfinity.
True. Let's get a better
Very
provider. And we get some better providers down here.
We should call someone on the orb to find out what they use.
Yeah. What service does the orb use?
What service does Haslin use?
Octavian's
6G.
Octavian's internet.
Octavian's 5G.
Yeah.
Octavian's instant provider.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, we're back. I don't know where it cut us off. I think it was when I was describing the nature of the feathers.
Yes.
In case chat missed that, from what you guys were able to tell, the feathers don't seem to necessarily have bones. They seem to be kind of these shadowy creatures that are kind of taking on the shape of the things they're appearing as. So the drow, the human, the dragonborn. They aren't actually drow, a human, or dragonborn. They seem to be something entirely different. In fact, I would say anyone who would like can make me an Arcana check.
Sure.
My third net. The third net 20.
16.
Mine tracks I rolled a 4.
Yeah, I got a total of 26.
So
I got 16.
the magic coming off of the feathers themselves, they seem to be almost entirely made up of a magical energy, as though it was sculpted into a person and given a soul. Seem like they're made of energy from the Shadowfell. Just very unnatural.
I don't know why, but it feels like they would taste like licorice if you ate them.
Oh, right. I was gonna ask, like, when I did they have a trachea, or were they just like the
Oh,
Capri
yes.
Sun with like the whole?
It is more like a Capri Sun.
I think that's exactly where we lost Raul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like a Capri Sun.
Okay.
Is the black goo flammable?
Oil.
That's a good question. You try to light it on fire?
I mean, I don't want to light the person on fire necessarily, but is there some on the ground?
Well, so when you cut it, it seemed to turn to a black mist and disperse.
Oh. Okay.
Interesting. Gunther's going to say to the feathers, so you all were created, and since then you all have just been tasked to work with Llewellyn.
You can see that they're trying to process all of this. Like, maybe this was a revelation to them.
Oh no.
Oops.
Guess I'll say to Llewellyn, so they had no agency. You created these folks, and you talk all about fate and everything, and you essentially robbed these folks of fate just by forcing them to work for you.
Would you rather I had used real people?
I mean,
Brainwashed
there's always
them
the option
the way
to...
the Godslayers did their followers.
Aren't the souls from real people?
Yes.
Do you think that makes you better?
No, different. Everyone has their means. I had mine. I made mine. Those souls were taken from people who no one would notice were missing. There's not been many people come looking for them after all.
Just look back in there. Oh shit, yeah, that's my brother.
Once again, just robbing people of agency. Just... I mean, these folks could have had someone... could have been living fulfilled lives, and you just took that from them. Also, sorry, Barney, didn't mean to interrupt you.
I mean, that was kind of what he wanted to say.
Well, the life they lived is still in there somewhere.
Gunther's probably done talking right now because he's very upset or just angry right now. So if anyone else wants to say anything, feel free to, but I think Gunther's probably not going to say anything else.
Personally, I think we're done here.
Yeah, Barney's ready to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily enough, you all are able to step back through the door that Palm made. Are able to start heading out if that's where you're headed.
So,
It's clean, right?
Yeah, I was about to ask, is there like any other artifacts that we might not have noticed?
So you got the coins, you got the robe, you got the bracelet. Yes, there is one. And it's in a glass case. There are 5 of them. you see cards.
Hmm.
A very small stack.
Is that a deck of many things? That's Danelle asking, not Pom.
Maybe.
Tell us what
Only
the
one way to
case,
find out.
And just like tap one with his claw.
Well, you take him out. You take him out of the case.
I'm not taking him out. I'm just touching.
Yeah, I know you're not drawing one. But so you're using your object affinity on it.
Yep.
Yes, this is in fact a deck of many things. There are 5 cards remaining.
Do I know what each one does?
You
can if you draw them.
Object affinity. I would say you don't necessarily know what they all do. You just know that some are very fortuitous and some are very disastrous.
How do you check? Like, what's the difference between drawing a card and just looking at one?
You have to declare you're drawing a card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, until it's declared, you don't know what the effects are, what it is or the effects are. I just have an idea of I assume some of the effects. So he's just gonna slowly close the case. It says, "Not worth it. Don't let Ponto touch these."
So good.
Honestly, valid.
Oh God, no! The bag of holding isn't secure.
Wait, the bag of holding's not secure. What do you mean?
Yeah. What?
Oh, so remember what I wanted to talk to you about once Ponto was awake?
Oh,
yeah.
right.
What was that about?
I thought you should probably talk about this when we don't have prying eyes and ears, right?
Yeah.
That is also true.
Yeah.
What has Crow added to his collection? What did he find?
Crow has probably gathered up. He's gathered up a little necklace. It's a little gold necklace, and it has what looks to be a little golden skull on the end of it, like the charm of it.
Cute.
He's gathered that up. He's gathered up a couple of coins and a small kind of letter opener sized little sword.
Oh my god, that's so cute. I love Crow so much. We should get him a tiny little sheath for the sword that he can wear.
But the feathers kind of look to you all. Are you able to get out of here on your own? I'm kind of afraid if we stay with you. Well, they're just kind of looking back at the drow who had been enveloped by that shadow. No, we have to get out of here so we can fulfill our deal.
Is it Drow just completely gone?
No, he's still there. He just looks
okay,
very
sorry.
taken up.
Mm.
You think you could protect us, maybe?
We can most certainly try.
Right.
We can do.
I think, if anything, you deserve something better than this.
Maybe some of your memories will come back and you'll remember your previous life, and then you can make more informed decisions about what you want to do going forwards.
I don't think these previous lives are ours.
I mean, the soul is still the core, right?
I suppose.
It's a ship of what's the thing? Theseus? Ship you know the one, the ship.
It is Theseus, yeah.
Yeah. You still have original parts is what I'm saying.
I think we'll have to deal with the Whirlwind first before they get any further.
It's definitely on the list.
Hate to interrupt, but we still don't know how to get these off. He holds up his brace.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have to get those off in order to leave this whole place, or
Yeah.
do you know?
There's essentially a wall that prevents us from leaving otherwise.
Oh, right. Forgot about that, sorry.
Didn't they say there was a key?
The Dragonborn, he, one of the three feathers, he speaks up. I think I know how to get them off. There's someone else that works in the library that has that capability, although they might need some convincing.
We're very good at convincing people.
All right, I'll take you there.
Is there a way to get there without walking under those gross eyes again?
Yeah, we're on the far end of the fortress. We can just circle back around. It's really one large circle with the courtyard in the center.
Panopticon vibes.
Was that Artemis?
Sounded like it.
Little bell.
Yeah.
Little bell shape.
Jingle. Yeah, he will begin leading you all to the library. And yeah, sure enough, continuing on past the vault and through a couple of other smaller rooms and passages, you enter the very familiar halls of the library where you all first entered. And you can see the feather leading you. He kind of looks around, and he goes over to one of the books on the shelf nearest you all and pulls it back. And there's what sounds like several wooden boards falling on top of each other very rhythmically, and then opening behind him is a hatch. And you can see that formed out of the wood of the floor is this spiral staircase that leads down beneath the library. Down here.
I'll go down.
Right. Lead the way.
And he leads you down for quite a ways. And eventually, you find yourself standing in front of a stone door. And he tentatively knocks on the door. And from inside, you can hear shuffling. You can hear what sounds like things clunking around. And then the door opens up ever so slightly. And you can see, peeking out of the door, is an eye stalk. And on the edge of it is a big, kind of cat-like green eye. Looks kind of like a snail's eye stalk with a cat eye.
There seems to be a theme in this place.
Curious.
Yes, what do you need?
I like him already.
We need to free some folk of their shackles. Oh, is that why you came down here? You just want me to free folk? Is that it? Is that all you ever visit me for?
There's lore here, I can tell.
No one ever comes down here unless they need me. No one ever comes to say hi.
Well, I suppose
Hello.
we can introduce ourselves.
The eye, for the first time, looks at all of you over. Oh, there are a lot of you.
What? I guess Barney is probably still in his bestial form, so he's he's massive. How did he not see him?
He was very focused on the person that knocked.
Right?
Well, who are you? He
Let's just
kinda lets
say
you all
we're
over.
let's just say we're the ones liberating the folks from this place.
Oh, goody, can you take me too?
Yes.
If you what?
Wait, how big are you?
That's a good question, and I can't really answer.
Ah, not corporeal entirely, I'm taking it.
Well, yes and no. It's more like I'm the size of the room I'm in.
Oh, I know that feeling. I will not elaborate.
Have you left the room before?
A couple of times. It's too bright, though.
And if you go outside, how do you expand to fill the world?
I don't know. I've never been out there.
Should we try?
How do you
Yes.
leave the room?
Just kind of do it. And you see, it is a very jarring thing. The room you guys are in, kind of this cylindrical spiraling stairwell almost, becomes this. It becomes a lot darker and a lot colder, and now the eye stalk is protruding from the wall outside the room that he was just in. See, like this.
That is
So-
very impressive.
You know,
So it has to be
some of you smell really strange.
It's
Just an
all the
observation.
butterflies, I'm sorry.
So, like, you have to, like, be attached to a piece of the structure?
Well, I've never been outside, so I don't know. Maybe.
So, like, let's say I take a brick out of the wall. Would you be attached to the brick?
I guess I could attach myself to the brick.
Tom starts loosening a brick. She really wants this person to come with.
Well, let him get into the brick first.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're able
I also
to,
don't really know what
to
I'm doing.
remove a brick. And yeah, sure enough, he's able to attach himself to the brick.
Nice.
Well,
Your hand tastes funny.
Whose hand?
Whoever's holding him.
You're holding him, Palm. You took out the brick.
Nice. It's the butterflies, I'm really sorry. And the moss, probably. Do you eat? Would you like some moss? Would you like a butterfly?
Oh, I don't really eat. It'd go straight to my thighs if I had them.
Mood.
yeah.
That's why my thighs are minty right now.
Minty fresh thighs.
Oh, God. TOS. So,
The chief of my. Sorry.
Christ. Okay. I was going to ask this person, A, what is your name? And B, do you have any tastes or smells that you enjoy? Maybe we can accommodate you somehow.
Wait, before I give you my name, you're not some, like, fae that's gonna steal it and use it for things?
Well, we're not, but if we were, we would probably also say we're not, so...
I guess
mean,
it's a
good
point.
instinct,
That is
though.
something a fae would say. Not a fae, I won't
We're
take your
not-
name.
We're not Fae. Fae can't lie.
Is that true?
Really? Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, I'm about to get a lot better at Fey poker.
Well, they don't tell.
That's
they
what
don't
you
tell the
think.
truth. they don't tell the truth, but they don't lie at the same time. So if I say we are not Fae,
Yeah.
if
Okay.
it's a lie, then we're not then we can't lie. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And
I'm Gower, by the way. And if you
Gower.
really are Fae, don't take my name. It probably wouldn't do you much good.
It's okay. I like mine.
Anyway, yeah. So now we're taking you with us. Would you be able to, take these cuffs off of these people?
Sure. This is gonna be weird for the both of us, though. And he looks towards the cuffs. You attach me to the brick. You got to do it to the cuffs.
Okay.
Is this at the moment? Are we seeing a brick with an eye stalk?
Yeah, you are.
Like a joystick?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Does one of you attach him to one
Palm
of
will hold
the
out.
bracelets?
Yeah, she'll hold out the brick and touch it to the cuffs.
And yeah, he is able to attach himself to the cuff and break it off, and then reattach to the brick.
That was very cool.
I wish I could do that with everything, but it's mostly just magical things like that.
Did Llewellyn make you, or did he enslave you, or?
No, he didn't make me. Enslave me? Well, not necessarily. It's kind of like he asked me if I could stay here, and he gave me a little room and said he'd do things for me. He didn't.
Has he done? Yeah, I was gonna ask, did he do them? Because he doesn't seem like the type to be doing things for anyone.
You know how the stairs up there just kind of appeared to lead down here? Yeah, I couldn't leave because, I'm kind of attached to the room.
We have such sights to show you. That was not a threat.
Yeah, easily enough. He's able to break all the cuffs you hold him up to just fine.
Would you like me to keep carrying you, or would you mind going in a pack?
Do you? I guess if you have like a bag or something, I could peek out.
All right. Palm will put the brick in her satchel.
Yeah,
and
the eye stalk will
string
peer out.
She'll leave a little bit of breathing room for the eye stalk.
Cozy.
I hope it smells okay in there.
It smells like ink.
Yeah, I suspect most of us do at this point. Unfortunately.
I mean, most of you tasted like ink. And
Yeah.
fur. And scales.
Palm's got regrets about wasting so much ink on a fool's errand. And staining people's...
So, your senses, you basically have all your senses connected with whatever room place you're in. So,
exactly, yeah. So when I switched over to this room that you all were in, I could taste you. It was not very pleasant.
My apologies about that. We will take you somewhere with lots of good food.
Do you eat?
No, not by choice. I guess I can on accident.
But if we took them to a buffet, that would be an interesting experience, I think.
Or, perhaps the picnic basket.
Yes. Later. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, right. Is there anyone else that we need to free out from this place?
The feathers kind of look at each other. don't think that any of the others would be easy to sway or... Well, yeah. The other feathers are same as us. They were made.
So,
Right.
how do we get out of here?
I think the safest way would be leaving out the front. As for the golems outside, we have a means of stopping them.
All right. I mean, we're out of our snap seeds, so wouldn't be able to distract any of them like last time.
Let us go
Out
out
of them,
first.
but I'd
We can
prefer not to
distract.
use any more of them.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
can
what?
we can distract them. Just have us go out first, and we'll
All right.
tell you when it's clear.
Wait. So, would there be any way for us to be able to? I don't know. You said Llewellyn has a bunch of summoning circles around here. Would there be a way of, altering them or defacing them so it wouldn't be as useful?
Yes. The problem is he'd be able to make them again very easily. I don't know if it'd be worth
Right, so-
your effort.
Sort of, it would be a fool's errand then. All right, then I suppose let's just leave.
Yeah. You're able to head back up the stairs, and once up there in front of the main gate, the feathers will step outside.
I actually would like to investigate the library to see if there is any interesting book.
Sure. Are you looking at any section in particular? You can see that things seem to be roughly categorized.
Is there any of the soul section?
Make me an investigation check.
Could we
Let's
help if we
go.
know what?
Below 10. Yep, that's an 8.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to help Robin. Robin, look.
So should we roll, or can Robin roll again?
Robin can roll again.
Alright. Oh yeah, that's better. 18.
Yeah, so looking around at the shelves, you look towards some of the material on the dead and various rituals regarding that. And you do find a book on necromancy and several rituals related to it, as well as creating puppets from souls, which you would assume is kind of what the feathers are, as well as a ritual to extract or implant a soul.
Ooh, useful.
Yeah, sure, I will take the books.
Yeah, as you're looking around, and as you guys are helping Robin look around, the feathers, they do step outside, and you can see one of them looks up towards one of the golems that begins to make motion, and they throw what looks to be a little dart. And there's a pause before there is this loud thud as one of the golems topples over, and then the other. And they step back in. All right, they're disabled for now.
All right. I suppose we get out of here.
For sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you guys step out and begin to head back down the mountain. you're easily able to step past the golems, and you know the way back down is clear, because you all had cleared a nice path down.
Palm is gonna get things, like I sometimes show my dog things to sniff. She's gonna get like twigs and leaves and moss and snow and all sorts of things and like show it to, I've already forgotten their name.
Gower.
Gower. What are their pronouns, by the way?
Him.
Okay, she's gonna show all the stuff to him, hoping that it will be a palate cleanser.
Yeah, you do so. Like you give him a twig. Very twiggy.
Oh, tough audience, I see.
Would Barney be able to go back to that alcove and retrieve the body of the butterfly knight?
Yes. Yeah, easily enough you are able to do so. And the butterflies that were kind of cloaked around him, essentially attaching him to the ceiling, almost seems to drape over him like a cloak. Did you pull him free?
Very, very set piecey.
I won't be eating those.
And he'll just be like carrying it like over his shoulder.
Like a surfboard because he's frozen.
The surfboard of butterflies. Yeah, you all start to head back down. And I think with that, it's probably a good place to call today's session.
Cool.
All right.
And we'll pick back up with you all arriving back in Ehrlich and everything else to follow next weekend.
Nice.
Hopefully my internet will behave.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be able to stitch together the VOD with the existing material we have.
Yeah, it won't be hard. I just need to remember to put a cut in. And this one was long enough of a downtime to where I'll probably need to put some text in there too. Like, yeah, my internet went down for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Jen. Like we had a long break because of internet shenanigans on Gamma's part.
Yeah.
Not Gamma's part, Gamma's ISP's part.
Yeah, the stream dropped for probably 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So it looks like our uptime is short, but it's not.
Yeah, we've been live for a while. The first half of the VOD was an hour and 43 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gar is gonna wish someone else is carrying him. By the time they get down the mountain, Palm's just gonna be like, how about this? How about this? How about this?
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And yeah, chat, we'll see you next weekend for more Varaxes. Take it easy and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Thanks.
So long.
Bye.
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 Take care, y'all.